Hey Stampers, it's Debbie with Stamp It with Debbie, and today I have a project for you to create. It's not a card, but if you ever like to create slimline cards, and I recently created a slimline card, and if you missed that video, I'll put a link below in the comments. But today's video is all about making an envelope for this slimline card. Now, a slimline card, just for basics so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about, this card is 8.5 inches long by 3.5 inches wide. There's a little variation of that, but it's real easy to make an envelope. All I need is a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, a scoreboard, and some paper snips, and some adhesive, a strong adhesive. So what you want to do is grab your piece of 8.5 by 11, and on the 8.5 inch side, you're going to score at 2.5 and 6.5. You're going to turn to the 11 inch side and you're going to score at 1.5 and 10.5. And that is all the scoring you need to do. So now you just need to grab your paper snips, and we're going to go ahead down here at this end where we did the 1.5 or the 10.5 inch score. We're just going to cut that little rectangle off right there. And same with the other side. And then you do want to cut that just at a little bit of an angle. That's going to be the outside flap for our envelope. Now we're going to go ahead and cut this side off. And we're going to do the same exact, I didn't get that quite close enough there, for this other side. And then what you need to do is just grab a ruler, because we're going to just cut a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of angling, but we want it just a little more detailed if you want to. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this at an angle right here. So if you just want to eyeball it, you can do that. I'm just going to take my ruler and mark down just about 1/4 inch. And I'm gonna make a tick mark, and now I'm gonna take the edge of my ruler and I'm gonna go from that mark up to this corner. I'll do the same thing on the other side, from that mark to this corner. And now that's going to create a nice even edge. So again, if you wanted to, you could just eyeball it. This part is actually on the inside of the card, so it doesn't really show that much. It's more for what it looks like as you're sealing it up. And so I'm just going to erase my pencil mark there. And then the last thing that you want to do is, I like to round these corners, so I'm just going to take my corner rounder and I'll round those 2 corners. And then we're ready to go ahead and burnish all of the edges. So take your bone folder. This is a real easy way if you have a nice card that you've created, and you can buy the envelopes at the store, but if you want it to match your card exactly, this is a good way to get that look. So we just need to put a little bit of, I would recommend tear and tape or another really strong adhesive. So you're going to put it, if you notice on your envelope, this is a wider side than this, so I'm going to put it along that edge. I'm going to put some along this little tab that goes on the outside. And then I'm also going to put it here. That's where we'll close our card. And then just take your bone folder and make sure that it's attached to your cardstock really well. And so we're going to flip the small side of the envelope up, and I'm going to go ahead and tear the tear and tape off that long edge. And just bring it right over. And then again, you want your bone folder along there. You don't want your envelope to fall apart while it's mailing, so make sure that that's really nice and attached. And then do the same on that little tab at the end. And then you'll wait and attach this one once you put your card in. But as you can see, your card fits in perfectly. And you'll close it. And so this is the edge I was talking about, that you could eyeball it instead of measuring it, because it really doesn't matter. When you close that, someone is probably going to use a letter opener to open it anyway. So that's just more for creating a nice even edge, maybe for yourself more than the person that's going to get it, because it's going to be sealed up. Now you can mail this for just one stamp because it's not an odd shaped envelope, and it's a great way to coordinate your created slimline card with an envelope that matches perfectly. I hope that you like this video. If you do, go ahead and click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like it, and leave a comment below. And come on over to my Facebook page, where we like to share ideas and inspiration for each other at facebook.com/stampitwithdebbie. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you again in class real soon.